What if the thing you destroyed in anger was the only thing that could ever make you unbreakable? This is the story of a broken pot and the secret it was hidden. In a quiet little village lived a young potter named Arjun. Every morning, before sun fully arose, he sat on his wheel, shaping the clay with his own two hands. Arjun loved his craft, every pot, every little diya. He made it with his own heart. He believed that one day his work would be seen and loved. Sometime late in the evening, he would run his finger over his finished pot and smile like a father looking at his child. He didn't dream of being richest potter in the village, just one whose work made people feel something. One day, he would whisper to himself, "Someone will hold my pot and feel my heart in it." That smile, hope, was enough. One day, he carried his pot to the village market. But there, another potter, Devraj, had stall glowing with white perfect polished pot. A crowd had already gathered around him. Arjun looked at his own pot, then at Devraj, and slowly something inside him began to shrink. The pride he once felt started slipping away like a sand through one open finger. He wanted to walk away from the market that day, but his feet felt so heavy to move. That night, Arjun sat alone. He kept asking himself the same question again and again. A quiet voice inside him whispered, "Maybe you were not good enough. Maybe you were only fooling yourself." His eyes fell on small diya he had made week ago, a very first one he had ever felt proud of. He picked it up gently, turning it over his hand, remembering the evening he made it. How happy he had felt. In a moment of pain, he picked up his favorite pot, the one he had once smiled at, like a father looking at his child. His hand was shaking, but his heart felt extremely numb, and let it fall. The sound of it shattering echo. The sound of it shattering echo. Through the small hut, louder than he expected. Loud enough to silence even his own thought for a moment. He sat there, surrounded by broken pieces. Tear fell. He believed in that moment that he would never good enough. Slowly, he reached out, picked up the one small sharp, turning into over his finger. Just then, a quiet figure stepped into his doorway. The village elder, an old potter who had shaped clay for 50 years. He didn't say a word at first. He simply stood there, taking in the scattered pieces on the floor. Arjun quietly wiped his face, ashamed of being seen by this way. The old man's eyes held no judgment, only something gentler, something that made Arjun's shoulder drop just a little. "May I sit?" the Guru asked softly. If the broken piece on the ground were nothing unusual at all. He took out a small jar of gold lacquer and began joining broken piece, line by line, crack by crack. The broken pot was becoming something new. Arjun watched in silence, unable to look away as each fraction that once felt like a failure began to glow instant. "We don't hide the break," the Guru said quietly. "Without looking up, we honor it. We let it become a part of our story." "But why gold?" Arjun finally asked. The Guru smiled. "Because what has survived breaking deserves to be seen. Not despite the crack, the Arjun because of it." The next morning, Arjun sat on his wheel again, but this time there was a peace in his eyes. He finally understood His fall was never his weakness. His hand moved slowly than before, more thoughtful, more honest. With every curve he shaped. He no longer glanced towards Devraj's stall in his mind, wondering if he measured up. For first time in a long while, he wasn't making a pot to be admired. He was making it because it was his, and sometime that made the clay feel warmer under his hand. Weeks later, Arjun returned to the market. This time, he placed his golden crackpot on his stall. At first, people walked past, just as they always had. Then some villager paused, stepped closer, and simply stared at the glowing golden seam catching that afternoon. The light. Slowly the crowd that once stood at Devraj's stall began to gather around Arjun's stall. Someone asked, "What happened? What is it?" For the first time, Arjun didn't feel ashamed of answering. "It is broken," he simply said. And I choose not to hide that. Because what they saw wasn't fall. It was a story, and a story no perfect pot could ever tell. Friends, remember, what breaks you is not the end of your story. Sometimes it is very thing that make people finally see you, and the crack you tried so hard to hide maybe one day becomes your reason to someone to choose you.